To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. Feel the magic everywhere. Bring every dream we dream to life. Share the wonder, share the light. Oh, imagine a world for you and me. Where all that we have to do is believe. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Magical place on earth. Magical place on
Welcome in, everybody, to another Wednesday night hangout. It's when we get to know the creators. It's time to chill a little bit and get to know Dean from the Live Place. If you don't know about Dean, well, he's one of the guys out there in the community. When I decided I wanted to do a channel, I said I want to be a little bit like Dean and help others out. And I can't wait to sit down and talk and get you to know him a little bit better tonight and all the magic that he does. He's an incredible person. And he's sitting backstage, so I guess why not kick off the opening and say, hey, go and check out Dean and the Live Place over there on the Dreamers Empire and the Live Place right here on YouTube and over on theliveplace.com. Does an amazing job. Partner channels, I've got 6, 7, 8, I don't know. I've got a lot, but I'm proud to have them. I got 3 of them that go live from the parks, 4 that go live from home, and Carlos, who just goes live when he wants. Check out all of the creators that are my partners. All their links are found directly on my YouTube channel. We've got Chaos Crusaders who support this channel and make things happen. Without them, we couldn't get it done. We appreciate everything they do. You'll hear more about them throughout the show. Check out Dan from Disney Worlders, 20,000 plus strong over on his Facebook group. He's absolutely killing it. Executive producers on the channel, rocking and rolling. They're delivering us content like you wouldn't believe. We're grateful to them. Check out all of the executive producers right on the front of our YouTube channel. We're doing Facebook. We got a group and a page over there. We're TikToking. We're Instagramming. Doing a little bit. You can find us all over there. All the links are found in my About section of the channel. Very proud of our Discord. 200 plus people strong right now. Talking Disney, talking sports. It's an amazing time over on Discord. If you're not familiar with it, it's a giant chat room. Stop by and check out the Discord. If you need help with it, let us know. We'll gladly assist you out. We do have membership on the channel for anyone who'd like to do that. We're always grateful to people who choose and optimize adventure here on our channel. Being a Jeanne-Claire and Zoel's World, 2 amazing channels, one incredible lady. She brings us membership every week. She'll be advertising soon on the channel with a Jeanne-Claire Wise Travel. Look for that coming in the very near future. You do one of the higher tier levels, we will get you out one of the Disney minted coins.
The official Disney-related news service and partner of the Pete McDevitt Show is Chip & Company. You can find this trusted source at chipandco.com or on many social media outlets including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
We have a P.O. box available for anybody who'd like to send us mail. We're always gracious. Preston loves to open mail. If you'd like to send us something, we have a P.O. box. We're always excited about living the magic. Donna Jaworski killed it on her fundraiser just recently. She'll have another one coming up. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, help live in the magic. That's Kaylin and Kellen, 2 great kids and a great family trying to build up their fundraiser amount. Check them out. Direct links can be found on my channel for living the magic and what they're doing to raise for Give Kids the World. We're always proud of the ladies of YouTube and what they do for our community. You'll see all of their information right up here on the chat. I've been highlighting different ones at different times. Samantha Lowe is absolutely destroying Instagram. Gotta love her. But check out this creator.
Hi there, my name is Allie from Cinder Allie Loves Disney. On my channel, I share Disney pins, items from my collection. I do unboxings, movie reviews, Disney park vlogs, and more. We have so much fun. Be sure and stop by and say hi. Let me know you heard about me from the Pete McDivitt Show. And as always, make it a Disney day.
All right, we want to remind everybody we have a members-only hangout coming up this Saturday, 2:30 to 3:30. The link is posted in the community tab if you're interested in hanging out with me on a Zoom call for an hour and just chatting and having some fun. Hit up the membership, or if you're already a member, come hang out with us on Saturday for an hour. Training seminar, we got one coming up this Saturday the 13th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. It is absolutely free to attend. It's a moderating tutorial. If you're a new moderator and need some coaching, if you're a veteran moderator and you want to refresh, sharpen your edge, come on in. If you're somebody who's thinking about being a moderator, reach out to me via direct message or email. We'll get you the link. You can come on in. It's free of charge. We're looking to build a stronger community through growing our moderators. And coming up, the Hall of Fame. It's being done. The next induction ceremonies are coming up. The announcement of all the eligible people will be November 19th. The actual show will be December 10th. The voting forms are out there for all those already inducted. If you haven't gotten yours in, shame on you. Get it done. Get the votes in. We've already got, I want to say, over 100 and some votes in already. I've got a large list, and it's growing. The next inducted class, it's coming, and I can't wait to do it. So make sure your votes are getting in, everybody. Vote! Get it done before I send Carlos after you. My guest tonight is an amazing person, guys. I'm excited to sit down and talk with Dean. This is his YouTube page. You'll see right there, it is your channel for family-friendly entertainment, and I couldn't agree with it more. He brings and supports so many channels. You're going to hear a lot about that. They cover anything from Disney to vacation spots, variety shows, and other incredible live streams. If you're not talking with Dean in a live place, you're missing an opportunity to share out your stream. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in to sit down with me on a Wednesday night for the first time, it's Dean from the live place. Welcome in, my friend.
Yeah, Pete, thank you so much. I got to tell you, it's like watching a whole production studio. You got this down to a T. He's telling me things in between things, so I know, okay, you're about to come in. It's just like what 10 people used to do. You're doing all alone, man. That's awesome.
I've been able to figure it out a little bit, and the program that I have it's a little bit more pricey, which I don't like
Okay.
that, but I don't have a choice. But it's disabled friendly, and it works real smooth with me for me to be able to try to produce a quality show that I try to do is television broadcast quality. And thank you for that. Appreciate that compliment.
That's
coming from
pretty
you.
awesome. And thanks for having me. And I'm a little nervous, but we'll get through this.
Look, you don't have to be nervous. Yachty is here, so we're good.
Yachty's here.
Yachty's
Yachty, I'm going to be in Miami in a couple months. Hopefully I can meet up with you.
Oh, sweet Liberty. Pa's going to get you into trouble. All right, I'll give you coaching on that before you leave.
Yeah,
Let me
whoops.
quickly, real quick, Dee, before we get started, just welcome into the chat real quick. Nathan Rada, thank you for coming in. Mandy Adams, thank you for coming in. JC Skipper Brian. Catherine Willoughby, hello, Catherine. Have a wonderful day. Hey, Javier, hello, welcome in. Jennifer Caruso is here, the lovely Jennifer. Yachty's in house, as we said. Joe Watchbrook is here. Great to see you. Tony is here. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming in. It's another interview on my Wednesday night show of creators in the community. We do have a lot of people that are going to be joining in as we go through. We'll say hello to them as we get in. I guess, Dean, let's start out by just you sharing a little bit about yourself, just in general,
Sure.
and then we'll kind of get into your channel and Disney and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. I'm old. Start there. So I don't have the energy or the enigmatic, charismatic personality of a Shep or somebody like that. But I am super stoked to be here. Like I was watching you interview Ed and Heather earlier, and just a lot of the things Ed said are my sentiments as well. Just to be a part of this community that I've met you. By the way, thank you so much for the YouTube recognition thing. That just has meant the world to me.
Yes, you're a Hall of
I
Fame.
I'm a Hall of Famer, and I couldn't believe it. And I had no idea. I watched that night, and I'll be honest, it was getting towards the end, and I thought, geez, maybe I'm not getting in this round. And then all of a sudden, there it was. I got the Bob Iger Award, and honestly, I was just overjoyed. It was great.
What the great part about that is you were put in for achievement, which is
Okay.
because of what you have done, and we're going to talk a little bit about that with the live place tonight as we go through this interview. But the other thing that it was is unanimous is a word that I can
Wow.
use when
Wow.
it was brought up by Tim Rempel. Welcome in, my buddy. When it was
Hey,
brought
Tim.
up to the oversight committee, which we have an incredible oversight committee of talented creators that are passionate about this community. When it was brought up to the oversight committee, it was voted in unanimous 100%
Wow.
that you should be done that. And if you look at the others who have gone in under achievement now, there's some great people. You know, Resort TV One had
Yeah.
gone in, under achievement. We've had just recently. Well, the next one coming up is going to be really good. But we've had some incredible people, and
Yeah. Jack, I
I mean, yeah,
think.
DSNY Jack. I mean, he's
Yeah.
DSNY Newscast has absolutely crushed it. Chris Dye,
Yep.
welcome in. Just some incredible people in this community, and you're one of only 155 inductions out
Wow.
of the tens to hundreds of thousands of people available in the Disney YouTube community. So
Yeah.
it is an elite group of people. Have you sent your votes in yet, Dean?
I have.
Yeah.
I got him
They,
in.
I know, I knew you did, and I was using that as it's a transition to get your votes in if you haven't sent
Get
them
your
in and you're
votes in.
already inducted.
That's
That's the
right.
whole key right there. Disney M, welcome in as well. So let's talk about how did your love of Disney? I love the pictures behind you on the wall. I
Yeah.
actually have a couple of those that were sent to me.
Uh,
I haven't. We have them around our house. But tell me a little bit about how your love of Disney came about there.
Well, as I mentioned, I'm old. So in the 60s, I used to watch The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights.
Yes.
You're probably familiar with it. And honestly, it's just like nothing was even close to it. It blew my mind. And I remember as a kid saying to my mom, can we go to Disneyland someday? And eventually in 1974, we all piled into our Pontiac Catalina, drove across the country. I'm from Minnesota, and I got car sick a lot, but the day we went to Disney, I was perfect, and it was the most magical day. Back with the ABCDE tickets, and the ride that was the
Tickets.
most amazing for me was Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's your
And
favorite. Huh?
oh yeah, back then it was. I mean, and my parents let us go on any ride we wanted to a second time, and we chose that one. They let us run through the park on our own, and I tell you that was a very big moment in my life. But I did not get back to there many years later, and then of course Disney World in the 80s rekindled that love, and I've been going pretty much every year since.
That's fantastic. So as you
Yeah.
as you got out here and started to find this social media gamut that's out there, you started to decide to do a YouTube channel. And I should highlight
Mhm.
that real quick that Dean, he's got 24,000 channel views over there. You've been doing it officially with YouTube since 2018. What made you decide to go this path with your channel as you came out there?
Well, one thing I'll mention too is that, and a lot of people know, and you show it on your intro thing, where I have Dreamers Empire and I have the Live Place. So I've been Dreamers Empire for a long time, and then back in 2000, oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget what year. I think it was nine. My brother Epcot Bob and
Yep,
I
up, up.
put on, yep, we put on a 1 day thing at his home called Minicot, and the highlight was we created a Soren experience in his pole barn, and that video really took off. It had, I don't know what it's 25, 30,000 views. I can't remember something,
Nice.
but yeah, and so Dreamers Empire is what I was for a long time, but then I got into live streaming. Was actually first with Lou Mangello, which I've seen Lou on your show as well,
Yep, he's a
and
good man.
yeah, Lou, and I appreciated you got him to squirm a little bit in his seat, which I really loved.
Yeah, I don't think he was as comfortable as I would have liked him to be at that. I think he was kind of shocked, but he said he was okay. And I've talked to him a couple times before then, and he
Oh,
said he's fine. But he's a good man. Stephanie Keel, welcome in. Texas Takes in the house with us as well, coming in.
Hey,
Uh,
Ed and Heather.
so
No, actually, I know Lou loved it because he's used to having to produce and do a lot of. He's a great Disney contributor, and I think he just enjoyed something different. So yeah, I know he had a great time on your show, but it was fun to see him squirm a little bit.
he was also an achievement inductee
Yeah,
this time,
yeah.
and rightfully so, he deservingly. So.
Lou is amazing. He's been one of the greatest contributors. His podcast, WDW Radio, has been the most successful podcast in like the entertainment, I think, or travel or something like that.
Multiple ones across gamuts he's won awards for, and rightfully so. He is I found him on a day that Josh and Jenna, when they first started, well, it was just Josh back then, just it was Josh wasn't going live, and I was looking for somebody else, and I tripped across Mangello, and God, what a blessing that was. So
The guy's amazing, and just such a great contributor. So he was my first real influencer. But then, of course, back in probably about the same time you discovered Resort TV when I did as well. I believe they were under 10,000 subscribers. They were going live on Friday nights. I went on to one of their live streams, and it was after D23, and Josh was talking about it, and I decided to put in a comment, not thinking he would respond to it. And I said something, and he responded to it, and I was really like, kind of like starstruck. I couldn't
mhm.
believe he responded to me, and so I kept watching, and then eventually I just said, gosh, how can I throw my hat into this arena? And that's kind of how the live place started.
And I love that fact that you point that out about Ed and Heather kind of talked about on their interview, the way people are in this community, and the way we do things, and having someone, a creator, comment on your content or be recognized as part of the show, not just watching the show but part of the show, makes a huge difference in the way we do it. Now with the live
Yeah.
place here on YouTube, we're going to talk two different sets. We're going to talk about what you do with the live place, liveplace.com, because you
Mhm.
highlight a lot of channels. And then we're going to talk about the channel itself, what you have going over here. So I want to kind of start with the liveplace.com. You are featuring,
Yeah.
it's over 150 now, I think,
Yeah.
channels over there, if I'm correct. Am I probably over 170 maybe?
It's actually over 190 now.
Wow.
But yep, and a lot of them. So just to be honest, there's been a little bit of kind of less people are going live as often. There's been a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Retraction in there. But it's some of the people that are going more, are doing more live streaming, and so it is growing. It's just that some of the channels, I guess it's just natural that they would try it for a while, and maybe it's not for them. But we have 190 some channels. About 100 of them are active every week. So if you go to the liveplace.com, you're going to find every day at least about 10 live streams listed that are regular, and about 100 again in total that are still going live. And I still hope to grow it a lot. It's just I've been in a little bit of a lull right now.
Well,
So
and it's across, it's not just Disney, it's across
yeah.
multiple platforms. Could you talk about the platforms that you have going there?
Yeah, absolutely. So Disney is overwhelmingly the biggest platform. And I wanted to try to grow other platforms, and I've tried to, but I have discovered that when you go out to the YouTube community and say, "Hey, how would you like to have your live stream listed?" People aren't, if they don't know you, it's hard to get their trust. But with
Yes.
the Disney community, I was actually a sponsor of Resort TV One for,
Yes,
I
you
think
were.
almost, yeah, and for about 3 years, and that was where I met like you. I met all the this and that guys, just a bunch of great people, and I felt like it was just kind of a blessing that the site took off, and all these channels came together, and I was a part of that community. And then so the Disney thing happened that way. And then one of those people was Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels.
Yes.
She was connected to the cruising community, and she came to me and she said, we're doing some stuff in the cruising community, and I think all these people would like to be on your site. And so like overnight, all of a sudden I had about 25 or so cruising channels, which was great because it just launched a new category. And then since then, we've got obviously you in sports. We've got some other various ones like recently crocheting. We've got RVing. We've got people who are very into movies. So I'm going to try to kind of go back and figure out how to do these category launches a little bit more robust.
Is Movie
But
Nick over there with your movie people?
he is not, and I was on a live stream with him once, and the guy knows his stuff. I
Uh,
would love to get him.
I endorse him
His,
100%. He's a really good and does a good job with it. I love the
yeah,
fact
I love.
you've got multiple varieties over there, but you're right. It does take someone in the community putting their thumb down, saying, "Boom, this is a good way to go." Before
Yeah,
a lot of people will do that. So again,
it's
that
true.
is over at liveplace.com. My moderators, all of Dean's link for everything for him are in the body description of this video. Javier's dropping it. Thank you, Javier. Make sure you drop in all that as you go through. So over here on the live place, as you've got it going, of course, you had Dreamers Empire for quite a bit. I'm just featuring live place tonight, but we're acknowledging Dreamers Empire. You guys should still check that out with everything that Dean's had over there. Let's talk about this. As you started doing your channels for both of them, as you've gone through, uh, you talked a little bit about Mangello and Josh, but I'm sure there were kind of some other creators out there that you saw that were doing something. You were like, hey, I think I could do something similar or close to it that make you want to hit that record button. Who were some of your inspirations? And as you're doing it now, who are some of your other inspirations out there as you watch?
Yeah, that's a great question. I hadn't thought about that in advance. Let me think about that for a second. I mean, like, I'll give you like not quite an answer to that question, but today, YouTube will put up a suggestion. I discovered a channel called, oh, and I just loved it. It was about getting out of your comfort zone. And these two guys went into the Amish community, and they just basically asked if any of them would welcome these two guys into their home for a couple of days and have the experience with the Amish. And it was so creative, and it was such a beautiful thing that happened. That so I sorry I don't remember the channel name, but it
Okay.
was something about getting out of your comfort zones. But let me think about that for a second. Obviously, I was following Lou, but Lou is more Facebook than he is YouTube.
That's a,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, gosh, what was that first site that was doing Disney videos, and everybody got interested in Disney vlogs for them, and I cannot remember their
Crackers?
name. No, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I cannot remember it,
Okay.
but yeah, I'll think about that. But
Okay.
honestly, I'm a little stuck on that one.
No problem. So as you come out there now, there's so many channels that you could follow. What do you look for when you're out there trying to find new people for the live place? Of hey, this would be a good content. This would be a good angle. What is it that you look for as you go out?
It's a great question, and I'm looking every day. So I have a URL saved that every day I go, is anybody live in the parks? And then the first thing I look for is, do they seem like they're family friendly? And
Mhm.
you can tell pretty quick if they're family friendly. And then secondly, I look to see if they engage with the viewers well. And so recently, and all these people, I added Tommy and is it Jacqueline from Live in the Magic?
Tommy and Stacy.
Tommy and Stacy, sorry, yeah. They are on the live place now. Who else? One Little Spark JL. Have you
JL,
heard of
yeah.
them?
Jessica and
Yep.
Reese.
Yep. In fact, I think they're live tonight. And then Brent, oh boy, they go in the mornings a lot. I'm kind of blanking here. You know them. You had them on a show on your show recently, and it's a couple, and I can't remember
Brian
their
and
names
Amanda.
off. Brian and Amanda, thank you. So all of those are great examples of the kind of channels that appeal to me, and I think they fit well within this community.
I love that. Love that. Let's
Yeah,
take a step outside of the video world here and let's go in to learn a little bit about you because I think that's important as we do the interviews to get to know the creators a little bit. Let's talk about Disney collectibles. You got a couple on the wall behind you,
I do.
obviously up there, which is pretty cool.
Uh,
But what is it for you when you go to the parks and you're going around that stimulate you to say, hey, I got to have that? What are your rabbit hole
yeah.
collectibles for you?
Number one is pins. When my kids were young and I dragged them down to Disney, my family kind of accuses me of being a little more into it than they are, which is true. But we did the pin stuff, and so we got them some pins so that when they got there, they could go trade with the cast members, and they love that. And we figured out how to get the ones that are a limited edition, like the ones that they only give to the cast members.
Right.
So pins would be the first one. The posters. I'm gonna redo this office. I'm hoping this fall, and I'm gonna do a better job with the posters. But you can see all those above there are Epcot posters, and you mentioned that you had some of those. So definitely posters, pins. Not an ears guy, of course, but I think it's cool when I see Jenna and people like that
Yeah.
with them.
Well, there is so many rabbit holes, as I say, and it's not a bad thing, but it's just a great way of looking at it that you can go down nowadays. I mean, it's really the vast number where maybe when we were younger it was just pins, or just
Yeah,
an ear. Now, you've got lounge fly bags and you've got popcorn buckets, and I see people that go around and collect the bags that Disney is actually
yeah,
out for people to take stuff home and that they're buying. They're collecting the bags, and it's so
yeah.
much. It's just like people collecting unique cups and different stuff. So it is a lot of stuff, and it's always unique as you go through. I love the posters in the background. I think that's fantastic.
Oh, one thing as you mentioned this, I can't help but mention the Dufili crew. I've never seen so many cool collections. I remember when they first started going live, and they're part of the live places, that they had so much cool stuff, and they were really into it. And I think they appreciated getting into this community, and other people who appreciated that as well.
Oh,
So check
absolutely.
out the Dufili crew.
Yeah, you feel Ron and Meredith, great people, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh, let's talk for a second about cruising. Are you a cruise? Or into the? You mentioned that you have them on your live
Yeah.
place for that community. Have you gone cruising? If so, what have you done? And if not, is that something you want to do?
Kind of. So, I never really wanted to, because I don't know. What do you think about this, Pete? I'm thinking if I'm going to have some vacation time, and you and I don't live in Florida, so we want to get to the parks as much as we can. Are you willing to pay twice as much to go on something that's a lot smaller? That's where I struggle a little bit.
Mine is not that. Mine is if I'm going to go to Florida, I want to be in the parks. That is my honest
Yeah,
answer to my
yeah,
wife all the time. And she comes to me and says, well, let's do the cruise for 4 days. Well, if we've only got 8 days that we're off because that's all she's got for work and we're down there, I want 8 days in the park, not 4 days
yeah,
on a boat. Although the cruise phenomenon is taking off, the way
yeah,
Disney, I can't speak for, I'm sure Norwegian does a great job. And we've got Yachty and VP in the chat that do a lot with Yachty does higher level cruising booking, and VP does Norwegian standard, and and Disney does an amazing job. But I don't know. For me, it's just that's what it's about. But it looks
I
phenomenal.
agree. 100%. No, honestly, for me alone, it's like I want to be in the parks as much as I can. But I did meet the cruising people. I've been involved with their Helping Hands for Cruising telethons, where they raise money. And just like, for instance, Sean and Ilana of the Down Under Cruisers, such nice people. And they have been urging me to go on a cruise. And I'm actually going to go down to Miami so that I can be there when they leave on a cruise, but I'm not going with them. And
Okay.
then I'm coming up to Orlando for a 1 day meetup. But yeah, I would do it. I would do it. It's just that maybe in retirement. I don't know.
Okay. I like it. I'm right there. I'm not that far away from you on that. So as we go
Yeah.
through. Let's talk a little bit about on your channel over here. There is so much content that comes through. You've got such a wide variety from interviews to hotel reviews, movie reviews. You got charity events on there. Tell everybody a little bit about, in general, about the content and everything they'll find over on the live place, if you wouldn't mind.
I think the first thing to say is that it's been a work in progress. It's like I really don't know what's going to work for me on a regular basis. So I've put a ton of work into producing some, what I would consider higher produced live
Mm-hmm.
streams, but we're, they were a lot of work. They didn't probably yield what I had hoped they would. So I think I'm still trying to figure out. But that said, the one thing that I enjoy doing is what you're doing now, is just having people on and interviewing. And we have a gang now, and we've only done like 2 or 3 interviews. One of them was with Ed, Texas Takes,
Uh-huh.
but it's Leanne Sooner Girl, T Town Mary Ellen, Road Trip Dave, and my brother Epcot Bob and I. We had the goal of interviewing one person a month and just basically lambasting them with Disney questions. And we've done it. Yeah, it's been 3 times now, and we're gonna try to get that rolling. But
That's
I
a great
haven't been.
idea. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. And I should mention Chris Dye earlier mentioned Adam the Woo. I don't know how I didn't mention that, but when you said influencer YouTube channels, Adam the Woo is right there on the top. And then that makes me think of Justin Scard, who's
Mhm.
hilarious. And what's the other one? Anyway, some other ones that are a little bit more minor. But
Adam has one fatal flaw.
what's that?
He's a Tampa Bay fan.
Yep, you aren't going to change his mind on that one.
No, I actually sent him a note the other day. I've had the pleasure of sitting and talking with Adam and Justin. I actually
Oh, really?
sat with Justin, hung out with Justin at when we did the opening for the Galaxy's Edge. Preston and I were down there with Dev, and we hung with Justin for a couple hours while we were down there because he was coming out of the media preview and sat and chatted
Really?
with us for a little bit. But yeah, I've invited Adam to come up here and go to a game with me at the Camden Yards with Preston.
Nice.
So hopefully that'll happen. So
Will he be on your show with you?
I don't know. The thing that I want to do is, Adam doesn't like to do a ton of interviews. That's his
Okay.
thing, and I respect that. And if I do it with Adam, I want to do it not to promote Adam the Woo on my channel to try to get his subscribers. I have no desire for that. I don't do
Okay.
I don't do my business like that, and I'm not going to ask Adam the Woo to yell out my name on his channel. I just want to go to a baseball game with a guy who loves Disney and loves baseball as much as I do, and just have a
Yeah.
blast and show him Camden Yards. So that's my thing there, and
I
hopefully
think that
that'll happen.
that's That's perfect, Pete, because what I have seen of Adam the Woo and what I really like about him is that he is just the coolest guy. He loves meeting people. He doesn't seem at all arrogant. He's the opposite of it.
Yeah,
He seems like a genuinely good guy.
he's very
So,
down to earth. Every time that I've talked with him, he did the Christmas special for us last year and other
that's
things. So,
right.
he's yeah. I've been blessed with this as you talk about community and everything. I consider myself fully blessed in the fact that I can reach out to someone like Adam or Nate or Jackie,
Yeah.
or whoever, and they will respond to me, or I can pick up the phone and call a good majority of them, and they'll answer my phone call. Where a lot of people can't do that, and that
Yeah.
to me is just a blessing in it as you go through. Let's talk for a second here as we're sitting about this Hall of Fame and the Disney YouTube Recognition Series, as it's formally titled. It's a virtual Hall of Fame for that. I just like, just your overall perception of that coming from
Hmm.
someone who is out there as a person trying to elevate and lift up so many other channels through what you're
Yeah.
doing. Just
Yeah.
your perception of what we've created on that. I'd love to hear that.
Well, I'll give you it this way, is that I have felt that you have taken the concept of the Academy Awards and brought it to real c- genuine, just regular people who are trying to be a part of a community. They're trying to do something positive. And I got to tell you, I, it meant the world to me that you did that for me. I almost get emotional just bringing it up. It was unexpected. I got to admit, on that second round, I was really hoping to get in, and then when I got that award, I mean, I was on cloud nine for a long time, and so many people have been. And the fact that you're willing, people out there that are watching this show, you have no idea how much work that takes. It takes
It's a bit.
not just, yeah, it's probably hundreds of hours
And not
is
just
what I
me,
would say.
it's Dad Builds is
Dad build.
also he is 50-50 with me on the work and effort that goes into it, and the people that are part of the oversight committee as well, and then every inducted member has to additionally the great thing about it is we've made it, like you said, Academy Awards crosses over with the
Yeah.
NFL Hall of Fame, because all of the people that are currently in vote in the next class. They choose who are going to be those people coming, and I thought that was great. We should also say that when you were voted in under the achievement, you had received votes on all the time through.
Oh
While
wow.
you were selected for achievement, you still had the
Huh.
community behind you, and supporting you, and putting a lot of votes in for you too, Dean. So that's
Uh,
something. While it's an achievement thing of acknowledgement and selection and overall unanimous by the committee, you had the community giving you votes, and that was the second one. Welcome in, Mike Emery.
second
That
one.
was the
Yeah.
second event. So people were just starting to figure out what it was that we do.
Yeah.
And I do know, like you said, it does. I'm appreciative of your comment and being emotional about it. Talking about like Jackie. I mean, when Jackie was inducted in, she reached out to me. She texted me. She was in one of the parks filming a vlog or something. She wasn't watching the show, and people lit up her Instagram on congratulating her for being inducted in. And within minutes, I had her on my text, literally telling me how happy she was. And then when she got her custom button, she sent me a note saying, "I have this now. It's in my hands. I'm so proud." Something to that effect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nice to see that. So and
I remember.
go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, I remember since I saw Chris Dad Builds in the chat, is he said something early on about how blessed he was to be a part of this community. I remember it just really landed on me when he said it. I mean, you could tell it meant a lot to him, and it means a lot to me. I mean, honestly, Pete, most of my best friends now are in this community. People that I didn't know
Mhm.
3, 4 years ago are my best friends, and they're the people that I'm making plans to meet up with. And anyway, I do appreciate you doing it. I can't believe the creativity that you do with it. Like I always wonder, what's this theme going to be next time? Because I mean, you're hitting it out of the park every time. So
I think
I
this
think
one
it's
will be good
amazing.
with Mickey and Friends.
Yeah.
And we've already selected the one for next spring, and that will be Prince and Princesses together.
Really?
Yes, we've
Oh, I
we've
like it.
verbally made that acknowledgement. We haven't put out any logo or anything like that yet, but that's
Huh.
going to be the next one as we can compile those two together, which will be excellent. I
Yeah.
think I'd also be remiss if I didn't say real quick while we're talking about this, Dean, you and I, that Katie Wyron's really stepped up. You talk about the community coming out. Here's Katie Wyron's coming out free of charge, not asking for anything, not even wanting recognition. But she made the logo, the official logo that we use now for
Huh.
the event. She made that logo and created it
Wow.
for us. So again, the community building on the community, which is incredible. Uh,
Oh,
as
that is
you
awesome.
as you've done this, one of the things that I like that you did over in the live place is you actually were doing it for quite a bit. I'm not sure if you're still doing it. I know you said you took a little slow bit, but are you still doing the videos where you tell people who's live streaming today?
Yeah, and that's actually in the works right now.
Okay.
I I sat down. OBS is my software, and I sat down and for weeks tried to design something. And of course, when you're designing it, you think you're just creating the most perfect thing, but I saw a lot of problems with it, and I'm taking a step back, and I'm redesigning it. And so my son Jordan and I, who Jordan does most of my event entry now, so he and I are trying to kind of take the next step with the live place. And the best way I could explain it is that to your question is we want to be able to always have the focus on the live streamers that are going on, and we want to start to kind of get more of the categories built out,
Okay.
sports being one of them. So I'll definitely be talking to you more about that. And so nothing is going to happen in the next few months, but I hope to relaunch that angle. I would say by October.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
Welcome in. Surfer Girl Cherie is here. And Yadi says it
Hey,
was an
Sheree.
honor to be inducted. I screamed and cried. It was amazing. Thank you, Godfather. Well, thank you, Yadi. And she's
Yeah.
number 100, Scarlet, which it's pretty cool that everybody does know their number, and which is pretty cool in the induction form.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
50.
you're number 50. Yes, that was a big number. And
I
Yadi was
love that
100.
number.
Those are two
Yeah.
numbers, number 50 and number 100. When you hit those
Nice.
milestone numbers, it's kind of cool where you have that going. What I want to do real quick is hit the community segments, and I'm going to shoot through them kind of quick tonight because I did them earlier, but I do want to still recognize those people for people that didn't see it earlier in the night. When we come back with Dean, I want to talk about kind of where you're full going with everything long-term live place, what your thoughts are with that. I kind of want to talk also about other parks you want to hit, your bucket list of where you're looking to go, and then we're going to close out with some of the quick random fire, learn a little bit more about Dean and his Disney desires, as I call that segment now. I didn't name it. My wife did. I got to give her credit. But it'll be all your favorites in the park. If you're okay with that, Dean, I'd like to do that right now.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, let's knock out the community segments here. Jill says those cool, easy numbers to remember, 50 and 100. Yeah, they're milestone numbers, too, and two great people to have those milestone numbers. Magical memories, people in the parks right now. This is brought to you by the Disney Baker. Bringing magic in the parks is what he does and loves to do. These are pictures from the parks this week. There's the Do Philly crew hanging out with Karen Cook. Love that picture. Great picture there. There's VP hanging out with Nate down there at the Springs. Kelly Myers and the Mouse, you can't take him out alone in the park. Mama wasn't there. I don't know what's going on. He doesn't even know how to eat or I'm lost. That's just a ridiculous picture. Jeff, and he's got a blow-up balloon of Bluey that he won't let go. He's carrying it everywhere. I don't see it in that show. Jeff loves that thing. You can't get enough of it. The Disney Nerd Herders with Dreamer Deborah. That's a great picture. Them meeting up recently down there. Mouse Talk and Melissa. That's Walt and Melissa. Melissa's the channel. Walt is the accompaniment. That's a great channel, but check them out over there. Provost Park Pass. Love what they're doing. They've blown up out in California. They were down in Animal Kingdom recently. Magical Who's Live was streaming live, and he had Mickey and Minnie on there. I thought that was a great picture that Sam took. Thank you, Sam, for taking that. Anthony the Molar Man hanging out with Cheryl Long. They met up in Boston area, which was awesome. And Mr. Cheesy Pop. He's popping it over at Pop Century. I absolutely love that. Magic Mail. We love to receive mail. We don't have any this week, but we do love to receive it. We do have a P.O. box. And if you'd like to check it out, we would love that. It's brought to you every week. Guys, I can't stress enough how much I love getting treats in the mail from our good friends down there at the Main Street Treat Company. They're incredible.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
If you want Disney snacks right from Main Street to your house in a couple of days, Main Street Treat Company. Can't stress it. They got Halloween packages out now. Casey's Corner of the World. Casey is our executive producer. I couldn't do this channel without him. He's an amazing dude, and he's an incredible creator. He likes to recognize people like I do. He brings you this segment each week. Casey and I want to recognize this week the Crystal Palace going over 3,000 subscribers. Congratulations. Florida Park Explorers going over 4K. Attractions Live out of California just crossed over 10,000. You had Chasing Dreams with Mike, just went over 10,000 from down in Florida. Ear to Ear Magic, Chris and Susan went over 12K. Congratulations, guys. Paul's Theme Park Adventures out of California just crossed over 13. Diz Cupcake, Haley doing a good job down there. She's at 18K on her channel. And Leg Life out of Alaska, they do cruises, Disney Cruises. That's an Alaska Disney cruising channel. Just crossed over 20,000 on their channel. They do a great job with what they do. Let's talk about the race for 100K. You have to be absolutely dynamic to be in the race. This segment is brought to you by Disney Dynamics. We'll hear from them at the end. Top three in the race. We have a new top three. New top three. Theme Park Steve has come out of nowhere to come up into the top three in California. We've got two channels from California in the top 10 right now, or in the top three right now. That's pretty impressive. Panda got a little bit closer up. He's under 200 away. Hopefully that'll happen in the near future. 77 down to 40. A lot of your key players we all know. Great channels in here. Corey and Earsome Emporium and Michael and WW Couple and so many more. Check out all of these people. Stream of the Magic down to Leg Life, 34,000 down to 20. LBV TV in here. Magical News Live here with the ears. Heather's in here. Tanya and Miss Cherry. All incredible creators. As a reminder, we're not asking you to subscribe to these channels. We're just asking you to consider checking them out if you're looking to increase your viewing palette. These people could be people that you could watch. We don't ask you to just subscribe, because if you just subscribe and you don't watch any content, honestly, doesn't have any value. WW Radio down to our partner Mouse Talk, 18 down to 13. Again, great people in here. Diz Life of Ours, the Magic Dads, Theme Park Ohana, the Luffersons, all just to name a few. Check these people out. You got some highlights for Attractions Live. She's got fireworks. That's actually a Magic Kingdom firework picture that I personally took. That is because she passed people in the race this week. Anytime you pass people, you get fireworks. Paul's Theme Park at 13 down to our partner channel, Diz Our Dream. He's just under 10 right now. Look at all those creators in the 10,000 to 13 range. Double digits. People are growing. It's unbelievable. Very proud of the Disney community. Love and Diz World down to Tripping with the Turners, 9-4 down to 705. Chip & Co., our partner in media, out there doing a great job. I still got to fix Meg's channel. I got to go ahead and fix that after the stream. But I put Meg's name and Wonders of Magic reversed. That's my fault. I apologize to Meg and Wonders. I'll get that fixed. But Living in Diz, Disney Daily, One Little Spark, Brian and Amanda, so many people in there. Becky plus Eli at 7,000 down to 452. And Molly, some incredible people in there. And Steve and Myers of the Mouse, Dad Got Parks and Mouse Wives. Ava Loves Disney with a big spurt. She should have fireworks. I got to fix that too. She went up to 527. What a nice job. 4-5 down to 3-9. Rob Fuzz. I don't have words ready. I do have a movie about Rob Fuzz. If Rob Fuzz were to show up, I would play that movie right now. The Orlando guy, Midlife Eyes, Brandy and Dave, Dole Whip Dad, some amazing people in here. The Crystal Palace is the newest entry to the race. We just added her in this week. And we do thank our good friends at Disney Dynamics for bringing this selection.
Hello everyone, it's Chris with Disney Dynamics. We bring you tons of Disney content with a little bit of humor. My mom thinks I'm funny anyways. 4K unboxings of Disney merch and promo codes to save you money. We bring you live to Disney parks, and then after the sun goes down, we head to Disney After Dark, where we mix Disney-inspired drinks and have slightly inappropriate conversations with our Disney friends. If that sounds good to you, you're just the right amount of weird to fit right in. That's Disney Dynamics, spelt with a K for some reason.
Real quick reminder before we come back with our amazing guest tonight. Every Friday night on this channel at 10 o'clock, 10 to 10:15, Dad Builds and I bring you what is, or what we want to be, the Johnny Carson, the Dave Letterman, the after show, night show after your primetime players at the park. Watch all your friends down at the park. Watch all the amazing creators. Then come over with us at the end of the night and talk Disney news and merch. We take it very serious, but we have fun. We highlight all the merch that's out there that we have a ton every week. Dad Builds does an amazing job putting this segment together, and we bring you the top of the line Disney news for that week. So that's every week on there. I should also highlight that this coming week on the channel, we will not be having a Sunday show this Sunday because our guest couldn't make it, unfortunately. So our next show on the channel will be next week with Sable Family Vlogs on Wednesday night. Sable Family Vlogs on Wednesday night. We will also have some Wednesday nights over the next couple weeks where we will be doing double shows like we did tonight. And the reason for that is that we are just trying to get caught up on some people that we missed out on. Jennifer says, I love the Friday night shows. Thank you, Jennifer. Just a reminder before we leave tonight, I don't want to forget, members hangout this Saturday, the 13th, 2:30 to 3:30. The link and information is posted over in the community tab for all members. We are having a moderating tutorial. It is for new moderators. It is for veteran moderators to sharpen their skills. It is for people that might want to be a moderator but are not currently. We will take you and launch you onto a good path with all kind of information. It is free of charge. All you have to do is send me an email, send me a direct message. I'll get you the link to come in. We do it via Zoom. It is free and easy to do. And again, the Hall of Fame is coming up. The next announcement of those eligible will be November 19th. The next induction class will be December the 10th. And I encourage all those who are waiting to get in their votes, the inducted members, to please work on getting them in. My guest tonight is an amazing person who does a lot with the community. He is Dean from the Live Place, hanging out with us tonight. That is his YouTube page right there. He has a website. He also has Dreamer's Empire over here. All of the links for him can be found right on the inset of this video in the information section. And of course, our moderators have been dropping it throughout the night. Dean, as we're sitting here chatting, let's talk for a minute about parks you've been to in your life and parks you want to go to. Where have you been, and what's on your bucket list of, hey, I really want to get here at some point?
I think my bucket list kind of went down a little bit because well, I've been to Disneyland 3, 4 times. I've
Nice.
been to Disney World 20 sometimes. I've never been to any of the other parks. I used to want to, and I'm not ruling it out, but I would say some of that. I went to Europe a few years ago, and that kind of got that bug out of me. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm happy going to Orlando. I'm a creature of habit,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, hey, I'm not far behind you. I'm not into the international travel thing. Would I like to go and see it? Yeah, maybe. But
Yeah.
we'll see. What is your long term thoughts for where you want to be with the live place? If I said to you, Dean, you could look into this little crystal ball that I have here with, you know, the right. Let's say I took it right out of the haunted mansion, and I've got, we can look into that ball. Where would you like to be in 5 years with the live place?
I think it's Haunted Mansion is appropriate because sometimes my vision seems a little scary. But when I first when I first got into live streaming and I started the live place, before I had any success with it, I pictured that it would actually become a place, which is why I called it the live place. I felt like, wouldn't it be cool if while you were in Orlando, there was a place where there was a stage and there was different kinds of shows that were actually going on and being filmed live. So that's that's kind of a out there dream. Whether that kind of thing could ever happen is beyond me. I would say at this point I've settled that at best it's at least it's a hobby, and it'll keep me busy through the coming years and retirement. Better yet, it'll become like almost like if you're familiar with Peacock TV.
Uh huh.
They seem to capture different kinds of sporting events and different kinds of shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's another kind of goal I have, is to be a little bit like that.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's hit this rapid fire segment I love to do. It's a great way to get to know our creator here tonight with us. Again, if you're coming in for the first time, it is Dean in the Live Place. Hit his link if you're enjoying what we're doing. Go over, give him some love, and give him a follow over there. I would really appreciate that. Dean, your favorite park, beyond none. You can go to one park. I can take you and do a little Star Trek thing, and all of a sudden you're in a park in 30 seconds. Where are you going?
I mean, right back there, it's Epcot all
Ep-
the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. The rope drop ride you want to do at Epcot, if you could go, if tomorrow morning we could say, okay, Dean, I'm going to put you at the front of rope drop. You can do any ride. What is it?
It's definitely going to be the is it called Cosmic Rewind?
Yes,
The
Guardians.
Guardians ride. I haven't been on it yet. I'm going to be at Epcot for one day in October, and I'm going to try to make that happen.
Nice. Well, yeah, you got
Yeah.
to make that happen. It is definitely. I am not a roller coaster person, and I actually
Yeah.
did it twice. I liked it that much.
I did see that, and how would you rate it on your all-time ride list? Is it number one, number five?
All time ride list. Okay, so here's the tough thing. For me, even as good as all these new rides are, Thunder Mountain will always be my number one.
Ah, nice.
I have a love for that ride. It was the first roller coaster I ever did in my life. It was the first
Yeah.
Disney ride I ever did in Disney.
Really?
So that
Huh.
passion for that ride will always be there. But I would put it
Yeah.
right there as a close second, to me, tied with Pandora and tied with also Rise on the
Yeah.
uniquity of it. It's so different. You can't. People say, "Well, I compare it to Rise." No, you can't. Rise is different. It's themed for Star Wars.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does this. There's different things in Star Wars you never see. What I will say is the movement on it is incredible. The visuals on it is incredible. The music to it, the theming and thought behind it, elite,
Wow.
elite, and phenomenal.
Okay.
And I thought that I would get really mixed up on the reverse launch, but it really didn't bother me that much, which was surprising.
It didn't. Okay, that's good to know because I have a little bit of sensitivity there, but
It-
I'm going to do it for sure.
The only time I lost it a little bit was I went to grab the pouch that I had all my medicine in my wallet fell off my leg, and I didn't have
Oh.
it pinned. And I'm thinking,
Oh.
oh hell, we're getting flown around here. I could see this bag going flying, and then I'm
Oh.
asking them to stop the ride to go find this bag because it's got, I have to have it, and I didn't want to do that. So I reached down and I grabbed the bag and pinned it to my leg, and when I did, I came up like this, and when I did, it was whoosh, and then I got a little loopy.
Ooh.
But for
Oh,
only
yeah,
like
yeah.
10 seconds, it was just
Okay.
that. But all right, so you're rope dropping Guardians, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Favorite
Yep.
Epcot pavilion? What is your go-to pavilion?
The land.
The land.
You can cut. That's a pavilion, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's the land is a pavilion to me. I'll let
it's
it.
a there's so many things about walking up to the land, the smell, the just the surrounding gardens and water, and then you go in and I think you're smelling ice cream cones or something. And I my favorite ride is well, maybe you're going to ask me that. So the land.
Okay, and is that your favorite ride there?
It is. Living with the Land is my favorite. Again, I'm 62, so I've simmered down a little bit, but that ride just captures something for me. It's
I
just
love that ride.
that's I yeah, it's like that's my arrival ride. When I get on that boat and it goes in and you hear that little tune as you're just going in, which is now my phone ringing tune, that is it for me right there.
Casey actually did a it's coming up on the channel in a week or two. Casey did a 4K 60 FPS, and
Oh.
Dean, what I'm telling you is, I sat there and I had it on the screen up here in front of me on my. This is a 48 inch, I think it is. As I was
Huh.
loading it up and I started watching it because I love that ride, and I literally for a few minutes just forgot that I was at home. It was
Nice.
that clear,
Oh,
that sound. It was just phenomenal. He did an amazing
Casey.
job with it.
Is that the name of the channel?
The Casey's Corner of the World. He's our executive producer.
Oh,
He
Casey Corner. Yeah.
yeah,
I know
Casey's
them.
Corner. He graciously provides us with content, and he did. It's one of our premieres coming up in the next week or
Okay.
so. But
Look
it's
forward
really
to it.
good. Epcot, you're going over to go around the world. So are you going into left toward Mexico or right toward Canada?
I know what you're gonna say, but it's almost always Mexico. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to I don't even have my buzzer ready. I should have had my.
Yeah, where's your buzzer?
I don't have my buzzer ready. Unfortunately, right
Aha.
now, like I usually do. So I'll just go with Jeff. He doesn't know what he's talking about either.
Yeah,
Favorite
I've done both.
favorite Disney property restaurant.
That's got to be. Although they've changed it some, it's Ohana's.
Good
That's
one.
special memories for the family. Love their food. Love the ambiance. Love Polynesian.
Love that. Love that. Love
Yeah.
that. Your favorite park snack. You can have one snack right there sitting at your desk that I can, do the old Doctor Strange and bring it right to you from the park. What is it?
Yeah, and I'm not a big snack guy, so I'm gonna say because I think it would be the Mickey pretzel if I ever had one, but I've never had one. So it's the Dole Whip, but it's the one that has some of the vanilla ice cream, whatever you call that one.
Oh, that's a good one. Chris Dye,
Yeah,
anybody can reach out to Dean via email or direct message. All of his information is right on the liveplace.com if they have a channel they'd like him to review. That's not a
yeah,
problem. He's always
yeah,
open to listen. So,
yeah,
Horizon
definitely.
Horizons 18 would like me to ask you favorite hotel for ambiance.
I mean, I did just mention Polynesian, and honestly, and they used to have a better entrance area, but still, that is my. I'll go there every trip, no matter what, and just hang out in the foyer and the just outside or catching the monorail there. That's it for me.
Okay, love that, love that. Let's talk about this all-time favorite night show for you in the park.
I love this question because I have an answer that I hardly ever hear people give. It's the Illuminations that was prior to Reflections of Earth. So if you
Brian,
remember, do you remember that
I
one?
do, I
And what
do.
and was it? I mean, obviously it wasn't maybe the best visuals, but what they did was they had the each country's music was very authentic, and it would go out to that country and it would light up that country, and it would be playing Funicula in
Yeah,
France and so forth. That's my favorite
that
show.
was a great one. I absolutely love that one. I love that one.
Yeah.
I always ask people this to finish up. Senor, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. If you had a chance to do something, anything within the Disney parks or property or whatever with Walt and or Roy, what would that be for Dean to do with them?
I would like to. Both are great, and I heard Ed really say some really cool things about Roy earlier, which I agree. And I actually had the privilege of interviewing Chad Emerson years ago, who's a Disney expert, written books, and he talks about Roy and how great he was. But that said, I would like to talk to Walt about. I would like him to see Epcot as it is now, and just be honest about what he wanted. And as you know, it was quite a bit more. And so that's what I would do. Walk with Walt and talk about the Epcot he wanted.
I love that. Welcome into Mickey Stein. Thank you for joining Mickey Stein. Javier has a question real quick. He says, if you could have one attraction return to Walt Disney World, what one would it be?
That's easy. Horizons. If you've never been on Horizons, it was maybe the greatest attraction ever. I still love Horizons.
You and Josh both. That's all I hear about is
Yeah.
Horizons from him. You know, I like to get him fired up when I have him on the phone, and I'll just say, Horizons was horrible. Just what? Wait a minute, what'd you say?
You know, Lou Mangello would fight you on that one as well. His favorite
Yes,
was Horizons.
that's also his
Yeah.
favorite. Well, I mean, it's hard not to be with how good it was if you had the chance. If you didn't,
Oh,
go
yeah.
on YouTube and search Horizons, find somebody that has them. Josh and Jenna on Resort TV One, they have some of the Horizons videos. I would encourage people to check that out because it was definitely good. As we always finish up, we always try to do a final thought of the night. It's your few seconds or moments of time that you can kind of open up, say whatever you want as we close out the show together. I kind of leave that open. And Dean, it's your final thought.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, Pete, I've been just so excited to be on your show. Thank you very much for having me. I will say this community is amazing. You have friends here, people that are genuinely nice people and interested in you. And whether you are a live streamer or not, you're an important part of this community. But I would say for anyone like Chris Dye, who's interested in connecting with me, if you are thinking about it, just do it. This is a very accepting community, and you don't have to be great at it. You just have to be interested in people, is what I would say. So again, I thank you, Pete. All you've done, it has meant a lot to me and thousands of people, honestly, thousands of people who are connected with you. And I hope to do this again.
I would love to do that. What I'll close out with saying is first, again, congratulations on your Disney YouTube series of recognition induction. Completely well deserved, and I'm always proud when I have one of the Hall of Famers in my studio with me. Secondly, thank you for what you've done is setting the lead of precedence for what to do and how to do about it by recognizing family-friendly channels that are trying to do the right things and to bring the magic that Walt and Roy were trying to bring to just do it differently now in 2022, 2023, and forward. We really are appreciative of that. For those of you that haven't figured it out by the end of the night of watching this interview, Dean is incredibly well respected in our community by a lot of people. If you're not familiar with him, take a moment to go over and check out his content and check out what he has going on. And if you are interested in trying to highlight your channel or what you do or a part of a community, reach out to him through direct message. He'll do the best to accommodate if it's applicable and applies. Thank you for your time coming on tonight here. I remind everybody a couple things real quick. One, This and That going right now. D&G Explorers going right now. Go over and hit them up on the way out. Check out those guys. Tell them Pete McDivitt sent you over there. Tube it up for everybody. Leave a like. Leave a subscribe. Share it out. All that kind of good stuff. Leave a comment. It's all free. You can help your favorite creators that way. And by all means, give them 10 minutes of your time this year. You can help the whole entire community grow by giving your creators time. Stopping in and leaving a like and leaving doesn't help your creator. It just drops their watch time down. You'd be better off leaving the like before or after and doing that all the way through. Dean, hang tight at the end here. We'll chat for a second. To everybody else, I say, go do This and That. Go do D&G. Go find your favorite creator. There's still, I can tell you who else is live too, real quick on your way out. Give you a quick update. Still live right now. Resort TV 1, Florida Park Explorers, Theme Park Steve, That Crazy Disney Lady, Sean Urban, One Little Spark JL is live. The Dad and Drew Show are live, still going. Check out all those great creators. We'll see you the next time on Chillin' with Pete on a Wednesday night. We're looking forward to getting you back in here. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.